This guy's a genius.
Self-proclaimed, maybe.
Well, as long as it works for him.
Exactly my point.
Awesome.
Okay, I just need something to do. Which is not entirely true. But it's either I'm gonna stand here, I'm gonna be very angry about making this coffee. Or it's just projected anger, of course. So first thing is I'm going to peel. Oh yeah, actually. Yeah, no, they're already in the trash. Because the shells also have some taste, some flavor, I believe. So what I did last time, so as you can see, I cleaned a little bit here. Okay, so what I did was I actually used water and sugar and cardamom, and I put it into this, and then this I used to make coffee, and I boiled it in this, and now I'm using like vegan milk. It was actually fine with the water, but sometimes you just feel like I need something more. You could actually, if you wanna, I don't know, if you think you need to get away from coffee, which you might, I may have to at some point. Yeah, I just have the feeling it's gonna have a stronger taste if I put the peels in. I don't think it's necessary. It just feels like a waste otherwise. Okay, now you have to... I also don't know why I'm doing this now. I just feel like... I don't know. It's either I'm laying around sleeping, or trying to sleep, or listening to Ramdas, or at least try to be productive. Leaving the house is not an option. I don't know, I feel like I've created some ripples again. I don't even know how. Now I'm just waiting for them to even themselves out. Just sometimes, I mean, if you ever get into the, let's say, the business or the profession, that's now ground cardamom for anyone who didn't pay attention. Just be aware, it's entirely up to you to decide how much time you want to spend, how many days. I mean, I always get back to the question that says, when I think, you know, isn't it too much? what I'm doing, isn't it too much? And then the question comes, what's too much? What's too much? And that's a tough one. Like, what is too much? I couldn't say. Now, I could have done this much more efficient. Maybe I'm just stretching out this recording. So this is now a mixed blend of like really dark and medium coffee. Now I have to clean this. Plus, in terms of cleaning, what I can say is, I transition into it. I already cleaned my ashtray, I cleaned this, and the next is, the kitchen stuff. And now that's actually a quite important part, because it's not so much about cleaning the physical stuff, it's about, you have to start in your mind. And, well, starting in your mind means, oh, nice. You just look at the situation as it is, and then you simply adjust your perspective, which means, you look at your kitchen now and you think it's terrible, or the way I think or feel is terrible, and then you adjust that and you say, oh wait, it is the way it is. And that can be an annoying realization, because what am I supposed to do with this kind of information? Well, what can you do? Well, you can change it, or you can leave it and accept it, and that depends. For a while I can still postpone cleaning here, but at some point, that's honey. From what I know of honey, I would say it's not the best. What you could also do is add other spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, so that could be a pumpkin spice, right? It's like coriander, basically garam masala. But I want now a bit of nutmeg. Well, and the idea of cleaning is, of course, that you try to distance yourself from old thought patterns. I mean, right, so that I acknowledge that everything I do leaves traces of energy. So if I come back and my mind is, or I feel angry within, then what I gotta do is, either just leave the anger be there, or I look at the source of the anger, or I can project it onto other people. But the best way I find is, first you have to accept that you're angry. But since you're angry, it's really hard to accept that. You're just gonna fucking hate the fact that you're angry. And you're gonna fucking hate the fact that you have to accept your anger, because why can't it just be gone? Why can't you just be happy? Well, because maybe you're just a bit hot. And maybe today I'm just a bit cold. I'm just not sure how hot or cold I should be. Because often people give me the feeling I'm too hot or too cold, right? I'm either too active or not active enough. And I find that a little bit irritating. Like, I meet people, and if I'm really active, they say, well, now you're too much. And then I want to play frisbee, and when I'm not active, they say, well, what happened to you? I really have these situations, and then, well, what am I supposed to do about this? I mean, I can either try to be who you think I should be, or I am who I am, and then you're not gonna like me. And so I just stay away. That's then my solution. Right, where I say, I think you're an idiot. Because no matter how I am, there's always something wrong. And I tried sucking up to you, and then you thought you were my teacher, and then I realized, what the fuck of a teaching can I get from this guy? None. Except for, it's better to stay away from such idiots. And that's everyone I meet. Including this guy. And that's then the challenge. To not get overly frustrated and to simply say, hey, maybe I just haven't found the people yet that I really like. And I just have to find people that I like a little bit better. Or maybe the people you have found already don't know that you actually see potential in them, because they don't see their own potential. Well, that's of course then another challenge. Right, showing other people how much they do mean to you. That's a tough one. Because it means you actually have to be honest about how you feel for other people. Okay, this is it. Now nutmeg, cardamom, and some sort of honey, which I think is not really honey. That's just syrup. They take honey and then they mix it with sugar. I'm fairly certain. But I got it as a present, and it's always hard to be honest to people. Yeah, like this. Alright. Wait. Yeah, so maybe I really do need the energy. And maybe I'm just making it up because I love coffee. I haven't figured it out yet.